Are you excited for the safari, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disney's Animal Kingdom today from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Good morning, and welcome back to Disney World. Today is our first park day, and we are headed off to Animal Kingdom.
My favorite vacations are when I have to get up at 6 in the morning.
Hey, mine too. We've got the extra magic hours, which start at 8 a.m. Hi!
We'll see you on the next bus.
Here they are.
No worries. Animal Kingdom. No worries. Animal Kingdom. Yeah, it's the best parking lot I've ever seen.
We just got off the bus and we are at Animal Kingdom. This is beyond exciting. Ever since we left this park last year, we have been dying to come back, and we are finally back. So we're walking in right now. We're gonna meet up with their parents wherever they're at. Wait, what are your expectations?
Well, I expect to see animals.
You will.
Okay.
But remember, it's not a zoo.
They have two sides, one line on each side. If your stroller has no bag.
We're in Animal Kingdom, and the plan is to head to Pandora and try and get onto River Journey before the line becomes too long. All right, just past the Tree of Life and headed to Pandora. These people are all in line for Flight of Passage. Unfortunately, they could not secure a fast pass. After a little over a year, we are finally back in Pandora, and it is just as amazing as I remember. We better wait for Zach. Not yet. Here's the sign for River Journey, the shaman. We're walking through the queue of Navi River Journey, and luckily it's only a 10-minute wait. Seems like the rest of the people are in line for Flight of Passage. Our fast pass for that is a little later on in the day. Luckily, we were able to get it.
We're here to get it.
10-minute wait for Avatar?
No, for this.
For this.
Yeah, but I don't know where they're at.
Because this is 10 minutes here, so then they might be just doing it. And we're not going to do it.
This ride and queue is very much based on the jungles of Pandora. So while you're walking through, you can hear the animals and the atmospheric sounds all over the place. The Imagineering that went into this place is amazing. We're getting on our first ride of the trip and the first ride at Animal Kingdom, Navi River Journey. Zach is so excited to be here. Contain your excitement. Alright, we just got off of River Journey, and for the Shaman of Songs, I think we got a different audio track than we did last time, so it was like a new experience. Okay, so Expedition Everest has a 5-minute wait right now, so we are headed over to Asia, and Toki is going to get on it with her dad for the first time. Zach is also going to ride with them. I'm sitting out with Mom. So they just moved the ticker for Flight of Passage, and it literally stretched almost to Africa. We're walking through Africa, and this is the emptiest I've ever seen this area. We're still in the magic hours right now, so it's understandable. A wild Toki appeared. We got a little turnaround. We're trying to head to Asia. We actually ended up in Africa, and then I think we may have missed a turn into Asia, so we got kind of lost, but it's actually kind of the point of this park. They want you to get lost and explore all the details and all that stuff, so not mad. Here is our turn right here, right next to Tamu Tamu Refreshments. This is one thing that was added since we were here last time, is the Upgrade Bird Adventure. Okay, off they go to get in line for Expedition Everest. So while they're on Expedition Everest, we are on an expedition of our own to find her a Animal Kingdom map brochure.
Yes.
All right, so successful. We did find Animal Kingdom brochure at Chester Hester's. Yes, we got it. Awesome. We're gonna go ahead and head back over to Asia and wait for them to get off the ride. So they just got off of Expedition Everest. You guys have fun? Zach got a little motion sick.
I threw up.
Oh, you threw up. But now I think we are headed over to Africa for our fast pass for Kilimanjaro Safari. The park is officially open to the rest of the public now, and the people are pouring in. It is slowly starting to get busier and busier in here. Headed on to Kilimanjaro Safari. Standby for this is 55 minutes, so this is, I would say, is a pretty good use of a fast pass.
Expected mothers should not ride. Once on board your safari transport, please remain seated.
Are you excited for the safari, Zach?
Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. 10,000 pounds. Though one of the tallest forest-dwelling antelopes, actually a little higher up here on our right, more of a tree. Their days in the water. They can remain fully submerged for up to 8 minutes without taking a breath of air. Are also commonly referred to as upside-down trees, and that is because they do sort of, they can outrun pretty much any creature, if not by speed, at least by distance. or the Watusi cattle, and they are the only domesticated animals here on horns. Now, speaking of horns, some creatures with long, thin horns on their heads here on the left. They are 2 animals. We are going to assume that that is a male elephant on our right-hand side, though, just alluding to. Take a look towards the front end of the kopis, just by that scrawny-looking bush. There is a pretty alert male lion over there. When fully vocalized, a lion's roar can be heard from up to 5. I'm very thankful for. However, their wings still do come in handy for them, as they can actually...
What'd you guys think? First time?
Awesome.
Awesome?
Animals were cute.
Yeah. But now we are headed back to Pandora because we're going to have lunch at Satu'li Canteen. Remember how I was saying earlier when we were over here during the extra magic hours how it was very empty? Well, the park is fully open now and it is very busy in here. We're in the area of Pandora where they have Satu'li Canteen and Pangu Pangu drink stand. Okay, Satu'li Canteen opens at 10:15 today, so we've got about a half hour. We are at Pangu Pangu and we are both going to get the Night Blossom. Drink menu here at Pangu Pangu, and it looks like they have sausage and egg biscuit and a couple other desserts. Thank you. Still a very, very good drink.
Hey there! Hey, Mr. Poos, and I was told that this valley here would have nobody in it, and you all are clearly somebody. Time to cut loose, Scott Poos. Yeah, the alignment appears to be right on track. Nope, the alignment is way off track. Hang on. Oh, and there's my spot.
Satu'li Canteen is open and we are headed in to get some lunch.
Tastes like a crouton.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We got our food and we are seated at Satu'li Canteen. And we are all having our lunch. I got the Satu'li bowl with the beef and noodles and the green onion vinaigrette. And Toki got the cheeseburger pods. We weren't sure if she was going to be able to get them because they're listed on the kids menu for 9 and under. However, you can get an adult meal of the cheeseburger pods.
In fact, everyone say, hey, Hot Rod! Hey! What's up, everyone? Master Mechanic here for the Pandora Rangers. Hey!
Okay, we are finished eating at Satu'li Canteen. Headed over to Harambe Theater for Festival of the Lion King. We have a fast pass that starts at 11:30. All right, we have gotten into the fast pass line for Festival of the Lion King. Harambe Theater for Festival of the Lion King. Do you have any expectations, Zach?
I have none.
None? Alright, I think you're gonna like it. It's a pretty good show. You excited, Toki?
Yeah.
We all have personalities. Some have multiple.
The Festival of the Lion King.
That was wonderful, Brian. That was absolutely wonderful.
You like the show?
Yes, it was awesome.
It was okay. We are headed over to the Tree of Life. I need a new fuel rod, so I know that the fuel rod location is over at Island Mercantile, and then Zach is going to try and find a shirt from here. The next 4.5, 5 hours, we're just going to try and find some filler things to do, and then our last and final fast pass of the day is Flight of Passage. Over here, Thumper and Miss Bunny are meeting and greeting.
Right here.
We meet them, but line is kind of long. Heading into Island Mercantile. Oh, they've got a bunch of Pandoran stuff over here. Navi Plus. Toki's been wanting one of these dire horses. You gonna get it? How much is it?
$20.
$20? You can get a tail. You want a tail? Simba ears. Her king, his queen shirts. Found the fuel rod kiosk here in Island Mercantile. I'm gonna go ahead and get a new one because mine just died.
Double time!
Chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with soda inside.
All right, headed back into Dinerland USA. Oh,
That's how I got it last night.
okay. Scrooge McDuck is over here. Over here we got Daisy. Daisy's meeting over here. This is awesome. So me and the boys are gonna ride Dinosaur, and then the girls are gonna sit out. It is a 65-minute wait. I'm hoping it's not that long, but we do have about 4 hours to kill until our last fast pass, so we might as well.
Time, we gotta kill.
Yeah.
Blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover.
A friendly controller and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. I'll enlarge the transport field and boom, you're back with one additional passenger extra large. Let's roll! Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian.
Okay, we just got off the Dinosaur. What you guys think? I had fun. So now we're heading back over to meet up with the girls, find where they are at. We have regrouped, and now I think we're headed over to the Finding Nemo theater to see Finding Nemo, the musical.
do. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Life isn't all that grim. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. What do?
We swim.
Right! La 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 la.
Oh, well now that song is gonna be stuck in my head. Nemo.
And if you want to pay Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney?
Sydney! What do we do? We swim. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
This fish was built for speed.
Just keep swimming.
Bye, Dory. Bye, Dad.
My son.
Okay, we just got out of Finding Nemo the musical, and it's just as I remember it. It's pretty good. It's a Nemo movie, and then they wrote songs specifically for it to make it into a musical. It's good. On the way to Pandora, we got her parents' first visit pins because they've never been to Animal Kingdom before.
The Banshees have heard you.
In Pandora, they do not have signs for any of the rides, or either of the rides. Instead, they have these sculptures out front. Alright, so Toki and I are headed to get on Flight of Passage. Our Fast Pass starts in about 10 minutes, but we should be able to scan in and get on now.
Back aerial maneuvers. Those with a fear of heights or are prone to motion sickness should bypass this experience.
How many here, guys?
2.
Once you've found your number,
We're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Na'vi. It's to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The banshee is one of these important animals.
You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Na'vi, flying on the back of an Ikran, or as we call it, a banshee. To the Na'vi, connecting to an Ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Ikni Maya.
In the link chamber, you'll see a series of 16 link chairs. Please go to the number that matches the number you're standing on now. First, stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. Straddle the seat, step forward, and sit down. Slide your hips forward until you are against the chest pad, and wait until you're seated before you put on your flight visors. Hold onto the back and leg restraints will be firmly engaged. For your safety, throughout this entire experience,
Connected to your avatar and sitting on the back of an Ikran. It'll feel like you're really there. Moments later, you'll begin your flight. A Na'vi guide will lead you out. You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora, but you might also face some of its greatest challenges. As the Na'vi say during this important rite of passage, Sivak Hope, rise to the challenge.
That is such a good ride. One of the best attractions that Disney currently has. Oh, so glad we got to ride it. We may try and eat because they have a fast pass for Flight of Passage at 6:55, and right now it is just after 5:30. So we're gonna see what we can do. Okay, so Toki and I are starving, so we are headed over to Yak and Yeti counter service to grab something to eat. Okay, the three of them went off to ride Flight of Passage, and Toki and I got our food at the Yak and Yeti counter service. I got the American Kobe cheeseburger, comes with pickles and all that, and a drink. And she got the honey sesame chicken, I believe. Looks really good. She's also been picking on my fries. Let me see. They're really good. It's a pretty good burger for counter service. It came out pretty fast. It's not too dry. What are your thoughts on your dish?
Good.
All right, we're back in Pandora. We're waiting for them to get off the ride, and I am back at Pangu Pangu. And I'm going to get some of that pineapple lumpia for Toki and I to share. Earlier they had some breakfast options here, but now they've got a colossal pretzel, and they still got the Pangu lumpia, which is that pineapple cream cheese lumpia. Got our pineapple lumpia, and here it's called Pangu lumpia. So that's really good. It kind of tastes like a strudel.
And the ride itself.
So they just got off the ride, and what is your review of this ride?
Oh, so awesome.
Yeah?
I loved it.
It was okay.
That's a thumbs up from Zach. Thumbs up from Jim. Bye. All right, so they're heading back to the resort, and we're gonna go ahead and stay here until the park closes. We're heading out of Pandora now and over to Asia to see the Rivers of Light show. This will be the first time that both of us have seen it. Are you excited?
Yep.
I'm excited.
Here, where the forces of nature meet in harmony, the spirits
Rivers of Light was awesome. Oh my God, the way that they used the water to project the images, and then the huge water cannons that sprayed up out of those flowers, that was so cool. We're gonna go over to Pandora and squeeze in Flight of Passage one last time before the park closes. We've got about a half hour. We just made it in line for Flight of Passage. Right as we got on, they said that the people behind us were the last guests, and now we're gonna wait in line and get on the ride again. All right, we just got off a flight of passage for the second time. So glad we were able to do that again. All right, that will do it for us here from Animal Kingdom. It has been such a fun day, and now we are headed back to our resort to get some sleep, pretty much just pass out. So, what a trip. Thanks for joining us at Animal Kingdom today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Careful, Tyler. Careful. Scary stuff. You're gonna have to age restrict this.
You excited, Toki?
They're gonna start getting people.
Good.
You okay?
That's a rough one.